Hello there and welcome to the first Planet Cruise Show of 2020. In fact, it's the first this decade. My name's Sean, by the way. I know we've got lots of regulars watching, but if you are new to the show, this is the best place to book a cruise. We have got the most amazing, I mean amazing, sensational deals tonight. We've actually got 4 cruises for less than £1,000. We've got tiny deposits starting as little as £1 per person. Many of the cruises have got lots of regional flights, so it doesn't matter where you live in the UK, we can find your flight from your nearest airport. And we've got a brilliant cruise expert. That's you, Justin. Happy New Year. Oh, that was a good introduction. Happy New Year, matey.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
Oh,
I can't believe it. It's the new decade.
It is.
It's a new year, but the deals are even better than before.
They are amazing. Seriously, I need to book 2 cruises this year. One from me and my other half.
I love the fact that you said you need to.
Well, I do. Do you know, it's that time of the year that it's January. We all feel a bit down. We need something to look forward to, don't we?
Yeah.
And we're taking our lovely viewers all around the world tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, and I was going to say there's some cruises tonight. We've got a beautiful South American cruise that you just have to stay tuned for. Sometimes people say, oh, I've done the Caribbean, I've done the Med, want to do something different. That is definitely one to tick off the list. As you said, loads of great deals. But also, it is the best time of the year to book. It's one of the most busiest times for any travel industry company or experts. We're slightly different from just your high street travel agents. No disrespect to them, but we're cruise experts and specialists. I spent 6 years at sea, and most of the people that you'll speak to have been there, done that, bought the T-shirt and don't fit into it anymore. Thankfully, I still fit into the trousers. I tell you what, though, it is super busy tonight, so it's one thing that we're really encouraging people to do. That it's so easy and simple to book online.
Yes,
so,
and several of the cruises tonight you can book online, and we're going to show you how to do that now. And we're going to start with our very special, and this is really special, solo special. A lot of specials there. And this one is with Cruise and Maritime. And it's an amazing cruise all around the British Isles. And I remember last time we brought you this, it was the top seller of the evening. And we've got a price starting as little as $579. Now, my eyes are a year older, but I can still see 11. They are. That's for 11 nights, though, isn't it? It does say 11, doesn't it?
Yes.
Not one night. It does say 11, doesn't it?
Exactly.
And it is an adult-only cruise. Now, we want to show how easy it is to book online with Planet Cruise. Obviously, the phone line's going to be really busy tonight. And all you need to do, each cruise has its own ID number, so make a note of that. This one is 202723. And all you do is put it in that box there, and here it is. This is the first cruise. It comes up there. You say, click on to book now, and it's really easy. So, you know, number of passengers, how many adults, children, so easy, isn't it?
Yeah, and don't forget, you don't have to put your passport details in then, because everybody worries about where they're keeping their passport.
Yeah, you don't need to find that
It's simple to book it, and then all the other details can be put in close as the date.
So we would love you to try that on this first cruise tonight, and say several of them you can book online. But we'd better begin. I'm just looking here. This one has a reduction in terms of price. It's a flash sale. You can save up to 68%. That's good, isn't it?
That's exceptional. And when you actually look at the size of the ship, the quality, the feedback from customers that have been with Cruise and Maritime. In fact, Cruise and Maritime was my in-laws' first ever cruise experience.
It was, wasn't it?
And it was a very similar itinerary to this. It was around the UK Isles. And the funny thing is, they're well-travelled people. But they said, you know, we've been around the world, but we haven't actually seen some things that have been on our doorstep. And the great thing is, if you love city breaks or just a day here and a day there, this is going to be perfect for you.
Well, do you know, I've been as far as Australia and New Zealand, and yet I'm really embarrassed to say I've never been to Belfast or Dublin. Isn't that appalling? So I would love to do this one. Let's take you on board right now and give you a little taster. First of all, we're talking about really friendly ships, aren't we?
Yeah.
And a great atmosphere, great people.
One of the things that my in-laws were worried about is they didn't want too big an experience for their first cruise. And if you like small ships, this is just over 46,000 tonnes. It's just over 1,200 people as well. So it's a really good, manageable size to get yourself around the ship. Great facilities in there. So you've got your British pubs, you've got your lounge bars there, and all of your entertainment that you can, well, enjoy, including a jacuzzi as well, which the mother-in-law did.
Did she?
She stood next to it. That was it. That was as close as she got to the jacuzzi. But no, it is great. And everybody that comes back, they say about the quality of the food and the quality of the entertainment.
Yeah. And you imagine, you know, that's all of your food from morning to night. This one works out ridiculous, so it's less than £53 per person per night.
Yeah.
No flying whatsoever. You're cruising out of Tilbury, of course. But when you look at the, you know, the quality of the ship, all the facilities, so much you're saying to do for the price tag of £579.
But £53 a night. What sort of, I mean, if you think £53 a night for a hotel in the UK, you're thinking budget.
Yeah.
I know exactly the sort of names that you're thinking of.
Room only, no breakfast.
Yeah, you certainly haven't got the staff, certainly haven't got the service, the entertainment, the food that's included as well. And it's not, you know, sometimes when you go for pub grub, dare I say, you know, your scampi chips and peas. I love scampi chips and peas, by the way. But this is, you know, quality dining.
Yeah.
And speciality restaurants as well, there is an option.
And we'll give you all the prices later, but the single price starts as little as under £700, so amazing for our solo passengers. But it's a nice, easy one, this one. Cruising out of Tilbury.
Yeah, and the great thing is, because you're cruising out of the UK, you don't have to worry about flights. If you don't like flying, or if you can't fly, then you can take as much luggage as you want.
And our first port of call is Rotterdam, and I've not been to Rotterdam.
Yeah, one of the largest ports in Europe. Very, very modern, because a lot of it was destroyed in the Second World War. There is one small quarter, which is Delfshaven, which is very traditional and very authentic. One thing definitely to look out for is the Tulip Festival. I know that you say tulips from Amsterdam.
Of course.
But the Keukenhof Gardens is very well known. I've been there years ago, and it's beautiful.
And I thought at this time of year, because we're heading into April. Yeah,
yeah, it's actually April.
Time.
Yeah, April the 1st. It's the end of April. That is the perfect time for tulips, so definitely go and see that. Then you've got a day at sea to enjoy the facilities, you know, perhaps take part in some of the activities on board, whether that's sports. I want to say sports, cruise sports, shuffleboard, deck quotes, not too exerting. It's just fun. Very competitive, though. Oof. Deary me, the passengers nearly threw each other overboard over a game of deck quoits. Calm down, love. Anyway, then we're off to Invergordon. Now, of course, heading up into Scotland, you're going to see these fantastic locks, and one of the greatest locks has got to be Loch Ness. So if you do want to head over there, see perhaps the castle ruins there or Cadullan Moor, then there's plenty to see and do around here. Then we're off to Kirkwall, and I love this. I'm very conscious of that. I hope I pronounced this correctly, because we go into the Orkney Islands in Scotland, the Ring of Brodgar. I'm getting a frown. Have I got to say it with a little bit more gusto? The Ring of Brodgar. Perhaps.
I'm not saying anything.
It's a World Heritage Site, but what I love about this, 5,000-year-old Neolithic village. There's actually ancient architecture here, and almost ancient graffiti, which is actually Viking. So there's such a wealth of history. So definitely look into some of the tours. And if you're intrigued to find out what you can book, we can book a lot of things for you before you get on the ship.
Right.
So it takes away any of the hassle when you get on board, and also you can actually then beat the queues. Aban, again, another beautiful port of call here. Lots of local food and drink outlets that you can go to. Of course, distilleries is going to be one of the things that you want to go on. You might not be able to complete the whiskey trail. You might be able to stumble between one or two.
I'd give it a go.
Actually, there's actually some nice nearby islands. So day tours include Tobermory as well as Staffa and Fingal's Cave as well. So plenty to see and do on that one. Then we're going across to Ireland and we're going to Belfast. It's funny you said about, you know, never being there. That's one place I'd love to go.
I'm actually embarrassed to say I've never been to Belfast, you know.
Two reasons why I'd like to go. First of all, Guinness. I know it's slightly different, but it's in the sort of region. And also the fantastic maritime history.
Yeah,
there's the City Hall and the Titanic Memorial that's actually there. So that's one to go and see. Then we're off to Dublin. This is where we can go and see the Guinness Storehouse and go for a little bit of a visit. There is actually 1,000 pubs in several square miles in Dublin. So
well, again, I do my best.
Go and taste some of the black stuff.
We're only there every day, aren't we? But we do our best.
Perhaps head to Dublin Castle or Trinity College. There's plenty to see and do there.
I'm only joking because there's a lot to see and do. And I'm just thinking.
You're not doing dry January then?
I'm doing moist January. So moist January is like not a really wet one, but drier than normal. So I'm doing moist January. So that's a few drinks here and there.
As you do. Well, then we've got a day at sea for you to Stay moist. Then we're off to Guernsey. And, well, St. Peter's Port, Channel Islands, it's absolutely stunning. It's a completely different climate over there.
I have been to Guernsey. Absolutely beautiful.
What did you do?
Do you know, I actually got, I sound really tight here, but there's a bus tour you can do. It was £1.
Yeah.
Like the local bus.
That's called having fun.
Yeah. And I did.
Doing something different.
I got to see loads of it.
Exploring. It's great fun. There's some really good jewellery shops here. It's actually silversmiths, big thing over in Guernsey. Anyway, then we're off to Honfleur. And of course, here, if you want to do the historic stuff, you can go to the Normandy landing beaches. You can go to Juno, the British and Canadian cemeteries. Some of the delicacies, the local area, of course, Camembert cheese. Calvados is particularly popular over there. And if you really want to do something really in-depth, you can go and see the Bayeux Tapestry as well. But then after that, you're going to be heading back to Tilbury, and that wraps up a beautiful first cruise.
I would honestly, I'd really like to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking in springtime, you know, that is going to be beautiful, isn't it? And you're going to be on board this wonderful ship. I mean, Cruise and Maritime have been doing amazingly well on the shows. The value is incredible, as you've seen there, you know, starting off as little as less than £53 per person per night. And a lot's included, obviously, in terms of your food, your entertainment. But the bars look great there, don't they?
Well, to give you some sort of an idea, my father-in-law is an ex-army chef, so food-wise, he's very, very particular. Very particular.
Yeah,
very impressed. He was like, absolutely cracking food.
Well, you can imagine this is the best time to book a cruise. There's a flash sale reduction on this one, so you're saving up to 68%. The price, as we mentioned, is under £53 per person. And I'm very pleased about that single special, because the price for our wonderful single viewers starts from as little as £695, and that is for 11 nights with so much included, and it is an adult-only cruise as well, so do bear that in mind. But coming up next, oh God, so you know, it's sorry, I'm just looking here because the weather's really miserable today. And this is with Carnival Cruises, and it's the most amazing cruise around the Caribbean. And that's just where I want to be right now. For me personally, I don't think you'll ever go wrong with a cruise around the Caribbean, particularly when it's with Carnival. And Hannah is with us back in Taylor. I missed you last time you came on the sofa. It was Paul presenting, wasn't it? So
yes, it was.
Nice to finally meet you in person.
Yes, you too.
And I've got to say, what an incredible price you brought us with Carnival, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. We've got 6 dates on this cruise, a 9-night fly cruise for under £1,000. So it's incredible.
What do you think what the flights would cost alone?
Yeah.
You know.
It's incredible.
And the,
incredible.
lead date, which is a great time to go to Caribbean, is the 19th of September, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's got the upgrade from inside to outside as well. Now, you've got a great reputation in industry, and we're going to just show you what Carnival ship's like. This is one of your smaller ships, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah. So Carnival Fascination is in our fantasy class, which is the smallest in the fleet. She holds just over 2,000 passengers, 88,500 tonnes.
That's a really nice size, actually.
Yeah, really, really nice size. I love the kind of smaller ship feel. You get a little bit more intimacy, and yeah, it's just fantastic.
You've got obviously wonderful entertainment on board as well.
Yes, yeah. So on every single Carnival ship. So obviously this is one of 27 now.
27
yeah,
now? Wow.
So we have the Punchline Comedy Club, so there's comedy going on in the evening. You've got the stage shows, there's normal going on in the evening. There's just a whole host of entertainment venues.
Piano bar.
Piano bar.
I love a piano bar. You've got 3 pianos there.
Yeah. So yeah, lots of different entertainment going on. And the kids clubs, you got Seuss at Sea, our partnership with Dr. Seuss. So yeah, loads going on.
By the way, we're showing you some of the suites as well. We've actually got suite prices on this one. I'm going to point these out for under £1,400 as well. So if it's a special occasion, we'll show those in a moment. But we've got great suite prices. That looks a beautiful ship. What were you laughing at, by the way, Mister?
I was just looking at the list of dining and the bars in here.
The dining's unbelievable.
Pizza Pirate. I mean,
what?
Pizza, one of the best foods in the world, and pirates.
Yeah.
And talking of pirates,
24 hours as well.
What was it? I saw something about rum. I saw something about the Red Frog rum bar.
Yeah.
I'm in.
You're done.
I'm in. Done. Sign me up.
We do get such great feedback with Carnival, and everyone seems to have a really good fun time as well.
And actually, this itinerary that we're about to show is one of the best selling for Planet Cruise. So, it's a really great deal.
I know a lot of my friends that haven't cruised. Well, there's still a few of them that haven't. I would say, in terms of destination, the Caribbean. I mean,
you can't beat it.
You really can't, can you? So we're flying you obviously from the UK. Again, we can always look for choice of airports, can't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got. This particular price is based from London, but we do have multiple departure points available. So just get in touch and let the team know exactly where you want to fly from, and we will
find the nearest airport too. We can give you a price on that.
Yeah.
So we've got a first night hotel stay in San Juan, haven't we?
Yeah, there's actually an option that you can actually do this from Barbados as well.
Yeah.
So do ask about that. But the one we're going to talk through now starts in San Juan, and the first port of call is St Thomas. I love St Thomas. I mean, these are some great Caribbean islands because they've got great facilities and they've also got great beaches. Talking of which, Magellan's Bay is one of the world's best beaches, and I'm not just saying that, but voted one of the world's best beaches.
I was there for my mum's 70th, and it was a paradise day. It was amazing. It really was.
Yeah, literally white sand, pristine blue.
I remember the sea being really warm as well.
Yeah. Don't. If you want to do something historical, you can go to Blackbeard's Castle as well. There's Coral World as well, which is 4.5 acre marine park. Then we're off to St Martin. St Thomas has got some good fashion stores and some good duty free there, but St Martin, I always remember everybody getting off, looking at the electronics, looking at the jewellery and the watches. Great facilities as well. Again, very American. It's actually a French and a Dutch island, and one main street, and some of the restaurants that are on the front are fantastic.
Yeah, incredible. And the shore excursions that we offer in St Martin as well, in any port of call, but St Martin specifically. You've got the trips to the aeroplane beach. You've got.
Oh, we just saw that actually. That big aeroplane you just saw. I've been there actually. And they do come quite close, don't they?
Yeah, and in St Martin as well is the world's highest zip wire. If you fancy doing some zip wiring, you can go there as well on one of the excursions.
And there you go.
Yeah.
One of my favourites is doing the regatta yachts. That you can actually go on there and they teach you. You'd sort of take part in the sailing. You wouldn't have to sail it yourself. But you'd actually then compete against another yacht, which was the same sort of tour, which is just great fun. Very active, very good, some good fun.
And then St Kitts is next, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you've got several different things on St Kitts. You've got Nevis, you've got St Kitts Scenic Railway, you've got Brimstone Hill Fortress and Romney Manor. But the actual town itself, it's just a really quaint town, some great food. Don't be frightened to go in and just have a look and check. The only thing I would say is just make sure you don't go for mountain chicken.
Why?
It's frogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the Caribbean term for frogs.
Thanks
mountain
for telling me.
chicken. Yeah.
I've never ordered, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, I did. It was actually quite nice.
Yeah. I tried for it,
It's good fun. Then off to St Lucia. One of the things that dominates the skyline in St Lucia, of course, is the pitons.
Yes,
in fact, the local beer is named after the pitons. So definitely try some of that. You've got Marigot Bay as well, where the original Dr. Dolittle was filmed. So that's going back a little bit even before my time. I'm looking across at Sean there.
Yeah. All right.
But you can go to Pigeon Point, you can go to Castries, you can go to Sulfrey, which is one of the main towns there. But just a great island. It's a very lush island, very green. Sometimes you'll have a tropical rainstorm, and 5 minutes later it's baking hot. I actually remember getting into the sea when it was raining.
Really?
Yeah, really weird experience. It's brilliant.
Lovely.
Then we're off to Barbados. Now, bear in mind, you can actually do this itinerary from Barbados. And Barbados, this is our port of call. Every 2 weeks, we'll be into Barbados. So straight away, Bridgetown is only a short walk away. There was some great little handicraft stores. You used to walk up into the town. There's a little fish market there. There's all of your duty-frees. If you want to go a little bit further, Christchurch is good.
Yeah,
Sandy Lane as well. Yeah, you can try that. And I'm going to give you the insider tip. If you want a really good beach bar where the vibe is really fun, go to the Boatyard. That's where all the crew used to go. It was a great laugh. Really, really good. They welcome cruise passengers. Then we've got a day at sea, and then we're back into San Juan, and then you're back to the UK.
Wow. Do you know, I was just thinking when we started this show, pretty much 12 years ago. Whenever we had a cruise around the Caribbean for under £1,000, it was regarded as being outstanding. 12 years later, we've gone here for £959. So you've got your hotel stay, first of all. You've got a brilliant 7-night cruise on board that stunning ship, the Carnival Fascination there. Return flights based on London, but we have got other flights available, so please ask us. You know, if you've got a regional airport, maybe Manchester's near you or Birmingham, just ask us and we'll do our best to get you a flight from your local airport. And a wide range of dates available throughout this year and 2021. But when you look at the prices there, for me, the best date, and we're just going to show you these from the side, has got to be the 19th of September there, because we've got an upgrade where you can actually get the outside for just £959. And we also noticed the suite price.
Sweet price.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
£1,400 for a suite. Like you say, if it's a special occasion, a honeymoon or anniversary or something like that,
just
why not?
because it's the Caribbean,
Yeah.
it's a great price.
Yeah. But all of those dates, we've got February, March, April, May, July, August, September. You know, some amazing prices throughout all of this year. I nearly said next year, but obviously it's this year, 2020. Hannah, thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me. And
Come back soon. But this is always a top seller for you, isn't it?
Always a top seller for Planet Cruise for us. So get on those phones and make sure you're getting there ahead of the time to get those bargains.
Absolutely. We are going to be very busy tonight. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you.
I'm very tempted with that one myself, actually. Yeah, very tempted. That is really good. But if you're a regular and you watch the show, one of my 2 favourite words, you know it. Oh yes, it's time for this week's All Inclusive. What you don't see, Justin always does a little wiggle with that.
Well, the first one was a little bit urban, wasn't it? It was a little bit...
but this is dun.
Go on.
This next cruise is with Marella. We know it's going to go absolutely crazy for this.
Well, I think we could just footnote this by saying if you've cruised with them before, if you've booked with Planet, if you're a first-time cruiser, pick up the phone or get online. This will be gone quickly.
It really will. £819. A beautiful itinerary, all-inclusive with Marella. And I've cruised now with Marella 3 times. I'm going to book another cruise this year with them. I think they offer great value. I do love the fact that they're all-inclusive. That's all your tips and everything.
Yeah.
Entertainment is fantastic. Food's fantastic.
Should we
service.
just top it off?
Go on, what?
It's an absolutely amazing and quite unique itinerary.
I agree. Lots of ports I've not been to.
Yeah.
We love this one a lot, don't we?
The Adriatic, this is brilliant, really. I mean, there's some of the ports that I haven't been to as well, but they look fantastic.
Well, let's start with the fantastic Marella celebration. By the way, you can book online on this one. We're showing you how easy it is. So you can book online. Just need the ID number, which is 195105. Now, the celebration, one of the smaller, more intimate ships, isn't she?
Yeah, you're looking at 34,000 tonnes, so maximum capacity is just over 1,700. But you've got that small ship. You get that feeling. There's that intimacy of bumping into people, the staff know you, you're not having to wander too far from your cabin if you just want to pop back for a quick nap or change or freshen up or whatnot. And look at the interior. A lot of people, they've got this misconception of an older ship. Look at the interior that you've got there.
And although she is a mature ship, she's been really well maintained and looked after. She was refurbished last year, was it 2018?
Yes, 2018, yeah.
So specialist restaurants, I love the fact that they're not really expensive and they're really not full specialty restaurants. The entertainment is amazing with Marella, some of the best shows I've ever seen at sea. And the price again for a whole week all inclusive, just under £820. So amazing. I'm serious. I'm looking at this one
because you need to book 2. Don't you?
Which date I'm going to get. No, I do.
He said he needs to book 2.
I do. It's January. I feel a bit down, you know. Need to book a cruise. Need something to look forward to. I'm sure you're feeling the same at home.
I was just thinking as well, if at home, like me, you're trying to be healthy and doing dry January.
Are you doing dry January?
I'm doing dry January. Oh, yeah, I have to, don't I, this year? Definitely.
Are you going to telephone wine?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But this is obviously outside of January when you can enjoy, you can indulge, see?
I'm not waiting until May, though.
Yeah. Anyway,
but, let's talk about now. again, flight-wise, we've got a huge range of flights available on this one. Huge, haven't we?
Yeah.
This one is based on Bristol, but we can fly you from Birmingham, Glasgow, Manchester,
Gatwick
was
Glasgow,
on there.
yeah.
I think the huge
Again,
range of flights.
If you're
Sheffield was there as well, Cardiff.
If you're
Just
a
for
regular,
supplement.
go online and you can see the drop-down box of all of the airports, what the supplements are. Just get online and book this now.
And they start for around about £50, so a huge range of airports. But where are we going to first of all?
We're going to, well, first of all, you're flying out to Dubrovnik, which is a beautiful walled city itself.
Yeah.
And this is very much the flavour of the whole of the Adriatic. The first port of call, your first day of your cruise is Savar, and you can see there it is just absolutely stunning. Pedestrian only, very much like Dubrovnik. You've got a beautiful cathedral which overlooks the main piazza. There's the castle as well, which is 16th century. You can take a little bit of a stroll up there, take a little bit of a rest and take in the views. And there's also a monastery as well with some beautiful 15th century gardens as well. So plenty to see and do in that first port of call. Then we're into Porto Cassini. Now there's lots to see and do here. There's a lot of basilicas and lots of mosaics, so definitely look forward to that one. Then we're into Venice. This is one of the highlights, what they call the bride of the Adriatic. And there's all these beautiful islands. Some of them are the Murano glass producing islands, so definitely look into the tours on there. You've got St Mark's Square, the Grand Canal, the Rialto Bridge, perhaps the Bridge of Sighs. And my top tip is always Hotel Daniele, the best Bellini cocktails in the world. They are just fantastic. It's just St Mark's Square, come out there, turn left, go past the Bridge of Sighs, and she's on the left-hand side. You walk into the, it's almost like an atrium actually, the reception area of the hotel, and it's absolutely stunning, really stunning. Then we're off to Koper, we're off to Slovenia, and the political and cultural heart of Slovenia. There's a lovely open-air market here, so hopefully you'll hit that on the day that you're in. There's some really lovely Art Nouveau architecture there as well, so have an enjoyable day in Koper. Then we're off to Riga. Now, the treat for here is definitely the castle. I mentioned earlier on about a little bit of a walk up into the hillside. This has got the same, and it's got some beautiful, beautiful views. But if you want to do something a little bit further afield, then you can go across to one of the islands, and this island is home to the narrowest street in the world.
Really?
Yes, really compact. Really, I couldn't find out how wide the street was. I should imagine it's almost like a ginnel. If you're from up north, it's like a ginnel, but just a little bit posher. It's like, you know, like Coronation Street, that bit down the back.
Oh, like a
little alleyway.
We've got a snicket.
Oh, a snicket?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of that. A snicket, a ginnel, an alleyway, passage. But then we're into Sibinjak. This is definitely the cathedral. You've got to go to the cathedral, and it's absolutely stunning. Go and just enjoy this part of the world, because bear in mind the rugged nature of the actual coastline is just an indication of how beautiful the Adriatic is.
That is, I think you'll agree, that is an amazing itinerary, one we've never seen before. And I think the fact that the Marella Celebration is a smaller, more intimate ship, she can get to those ports, can't she?
And Venice is a highlight in the middle of the cruise. Beautiful.
We are going to be busy. You can book this online as well, don't forget. It's part of the New Year sale, so you're going to save £200 per booking. The reduction is included in the price as shown, of course. All inclusive. And I will let you know, there's a huge selection of drinks as well. Return flights, and we've based those on Bristol, but the other airports that we've got there's a huge list of airports, and they included Birmingham, Cardiff, Doncaster, Sheffield, East Midlands was on there as well, London Gatwick and Manchester. So, and the supplements start on about £50. The deposit's really low on this one as well, Justin, isn't it?
Yes, I believe was this one is little as £1 deposit. I do believe on that one. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So all you need is if there's two of you, a couple of quid on your credit card. I think I've got that left. Yeah, £2 on the credit card limit. I've definitely got that.
Don't.
No, I have. That's all I need. And we've got a great range of dates from the 7th of May. All the way through to the 8th of October there. And if you look at the prices for the outside, the deluxe, the suite with Premier Service, and look at the suite price there for 7th of May, just over £1,000 there. And the deluxe balconies as well. One of those is already sold out.
I would go to say that this is one of the cruises you want to go for the outside, because it is beautiful coastline.
Yeah. I think that's amazing. But very, very busy, as you can imagine. And you can book that online with us, as well as giving us a call this evening. What a show. And we are only halfway through, aren't we?
Yeah.
See? I needed to book 2 cruises. I think I'm almost there. Yeah, maybe I need to book 3. But anyway, it's time for this week's Hot Pick. And what a hot pick we've got. Now, this, I always smile when I see Royal Caribbean, because they were the very first cruise company that I cruised with, and they got me hooked into cruising. It was an amazing cruise, and I've cruised with them several times since. But look at this one, Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand, with a stay there. 10 nights, it's only not too far away, this one, the 4th of March, and that includes a 3-night hotel stay in Singapore, Gardens by the Bay tour, all your overseas transfers and return flights, and the balcony price, we've highlighted this, is amazing, just £1,299.
That's the one you want to book, because you always go on, every time we mention Singapore, you're like, I only went there for the day, 3 nights. And obviously the days as well. You'd be able to get to see the whole of this amazing city.
Yeah, it's so true. And I have got a bit of holiday allowance left.
And how much is flights out to Singapore?
I know. We thought that was amazing.
Brilliant.
That is this week's hot pick from Royal Caribbean. But we've got a biggie next, haven't we?
We have. South America.
With Norwegian Cruise Lines on board the Norwegian Star.
And
this is an itinerary that is really high up on my wish list, actually.
Itinerary is fantastic, but there's an offer here. How would you, and be honest, you're looking worried now.
I am. I don't know what's coming.
Right. How would you like to come back off of your holiday knowing that your bar bill is maximum £400?
I'd be really happy.
There's an option here to upgrade to Free at Sea, which is £199 per person, and you can choose from the premium beverage package and specialty dining, or you can go for the Wi-Fi and shore excursion, any combination of those two. So just think about that.
And when you think about how many nights you're on board the ship, it's 2 weeks, 40 nights.
So you definitely have to have the premium beverage package, of course. And actually, I think the specialty dining would be good for you. But for me, I'll be looking at that and going shore excursion credit, go and see some of the sites. Because this, Patagonia, Buenos Aires, some of these great locations, you definitely want to go on some of the tours.
So for as little as £199 per person, you've got the premium beverage package, specialty dining, Wi-Fi, shore excursion. You choose 2 of those.
2 of those, yeah.
Wow. Sold. Anyway, we're going to fly you over to Buenos Aires, and we've got a hotel stay for 2 nights here, haven't we?
Yeah.
I've never been, but again, I would love to go.
Hey, don't cry for me, Argentina. Straight away, Eva Perón, you're in the heart of Buenos Aires. Go and see her tomb. Definitely go and see the cemetery. So a lot of people go, you want to go to see a cemetery unless you've actually been to one of these sort of French Gothic style mausoleums. You don't know what it's about. If you want to do something different, go and see a gaucho show. It's like the local cowboys. I just remember them have this fantastic open fire pit with all this great food on there. And what they do is they have to charge, very much like, you know, like the old knights used to charge and joust. But they use these sticks and they get a tiny little ring with a ribbon on it. And it's amazing, absolutely amazing to watch. Or if you want to do something really cultured, go and see a tango show.
I was going to say, I would love that. I mean, I've got 2 left feet, but I really appreciate watching great dancing.
I thought you were going to say you always trip over yourself. Tango does actually look like...
I do that
definitely
as well.
Argentine tango looks like that. And it is...
What a night
fantastic.
that would be, though. So you've got 2 nights, 1 in the hotel.
There,
and then you embark on board the Norwegian Star for a 14-night cruise. I'll tell you what, let's give you a little taste and take you on board this magnificent ship. And she is stunning, isn't she?
Yeah, she's slightly larger than some of the ships we've featured tonight.
We should say she's been reintroduced recently as well. So a fortune has been spent making her look absolutely better than ever. 18 days in dry dock.
Yeah, and I've actually done
You're doing 31, aren't you?
I've done, no, yeah, no, that's something completely different. I did actually 2 refits on 2 different ships. And when you see the level that they go to, and it is unbelievable. It's like ants all over the ship. But you think, you know, it's all speeded up and stuff like that. When you see how many people are working on it.
And when you look at the transformation that's taken place, 1,800 people working on it.
Great ship to start with.
She was, but she now looks absolutely breathtaking. When you look at things like the bistro.
Yeah. The bistro looks absolutely fantastic. She's just under 100,000 tonnes, well, she's actually 91,000 tonnes. Maximum capacity of 2,348 passengers. You've got Italian Tuscan style. You've got teppanyaki restaurants. You've got the bistro there, sushi and sake, Cagney Steakhouse, the Atrium Cafe and Bar. All of that is just going to look even better than before. So if you're a regular passenger with Norwegian Cruise Line, then you'll absolutely love that. But the ports of call, this is where it really does start to get interesting. First port of call is Montevideo, and well, you can see straight away by the architecture, you've got to have a wander around here. You've got the Mercado del Puerto, Constitution Plaza and Independencia Plaza as well. Definitely go and see some of that. If tango's your thing, we were talking about tango earlier on, there's actually a bar called Bar Facal, which is on the corner of one of the streets. You can research this up, and it's known because there's a beautiful bronze statue outside of a famous local tango dancer who's known the Bing Crosby of tango. Carlos Gardel.
Carlos Gardel.
Carlos Gardel. Go and have a look there. Then you got a day at sea, and then went to Puerto Madryn. And this is the gateway to the Valdez Peninsula, and this is where, if you want to go on some of your tours where you're going to go whale watching, or see some of the birds, or see some of the penguins, this is one of the first places you can go. It's actually one of the fastest growing cities in Patagonia. So we're going in now to that fantastic region of Patagonia, and if you've seen any of the shots of, I mean, just look at that there. I mean, it's breathtaking. The mountains, it's just stunning. You got a day at sea, and then we're off to the Falkland Islands. Now, I don't know whether he's watching tonight. A very good friend of mine, he's mad on penguins, and his now wife actually organised a very, very special trip for him. And you can see there just some of the emperor penguins, Bluff Cove, Sparrow Cove. Actually, in Sparrow Cove, there's a very rare rock hopper colony as well. If you want to do something historical, you can go and see the battlefields as well. My father-in-law actually served out in the Falklands back in the day. Then we're going to cruise around Cape Horn. I expect there'll probably be lots of celebrations on the ship and entertainment. I won't tell you what we used to do below decks. That was actually crossing the line ceremony. Everything, basically the slots bucket.
I don't want to know.
Used to get chucked in there with ice and God knows what.
Really?
If it was your first time, but you had to do it. You know, it's one of the things. Anyway, then we're off to Ushuaia and the Beagle Channel. Now, this is the southernmost town in the world, and it's just, well, you got the mountains which just peak up on three sides of this town, and the fourth side goes out into the Beagle Channel, and you've got sea lions out there. I mean, the king crab out here is just to die for. If you really want to push the boat out, excuse the pun, and go to Antarctica, then there is sometimes optional tours where you can fly down just for a few hours and back. Then we're into Punta Arenas. Now we're into Costa Rica, and this is, I suppose, the days before the Panama Canal. This was one of the major ports on this particular part of South America. It's, again, another gateway into Patagonia. You've got a maze of fjords and rivers, and just stunning, absolutely stunning. Then we're into the Strait of Magellan, the Chilean fjords, which is 2 days where you're going to be spending on board the ship, but there's plenty to see, as in the coastline and where the captain will take you into some of those fjords.
Don't they?
Well, I mean, if you've been to Norway, just imagine seeing them fjords on a different scale.
Yeah.
I remember actually when we went round Cape on one of the ships, I think it was Oriana that I was on, and the captain stopped, and some of the crew grabbed one of these large pieces of ice. Everybody goes, oh, don't talk about icebergs. But there's a beautiful piece of ice that they lifted up on board the promenade. And you'd think, oh, ice, it melts. It was still there at 7 o'clock at night. It was just this piece. It's just fantastic to see. Then we're into Puerto Montt. This is Chile's Lake District, I suppose. And again, fjords, rivers, snow-capped mountains. And definitely, I'd say book a tour. There's a tour out to Puerto Varas, which is the sort of German-style villages, where you see the ski lodges and the sort of very, very quaint little village scenes.
Very cute, actually.
Yeah, day at sea, and then we're back into Santiago, where you disembark and then fly back to the UK.
What an adventure. Look at all of those ports there. And just to remind you what's included on this one. So you've got the 2-night Buenos Aires hotel stay. We'd all be daft not to do this, to upgrade to free at sea. Now, you can do that from as little as £199 per person, and you get to choose from 2 extra benefits. The premium beverage package, I mean, you just work out what that's worth over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For me, that would be worth.
But even if you looked at specialty dining and shore excursion.
Yeah. but for £199, you can go for those 2 extra benefits. Return flights are based on London. Again, we always say we can look for regional flights, and the itineraries differ just slightly depending on departure date on that one. The lead date is the 29th of January. That's really close, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just a few weeks away. But we've got to, and if that's too close in your diary, we have got dates heading into, of course, February, December, and then we've got January, February, March of next year as well. We've already had sign-ups on that one as well. Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, really fantastic. We've still got more, though, don't worry. Still got 2 more.
I'm just anticipating what he's going to say about this one, because with Saga Cruises,
right? I have to be invited.
It's Saga. They are for the over 50s, so that includes me. But you're 40, aren't you? No, not quite. Are you know? Is it this year?
Nearly.
Is it
this year?
This year? So, yeah.
Not this month. Maybe next month.
Is it next month?
So you could invite a 40-year-old?
Yeah, you can.
So you could invite me on.
Yeah, there you go.
Shall we?
You might be busy though, that's all.
That would be hilarious. We'd get into so much trouble.
We would, wouldn't we? Now, we were just talking about Saga Cruiser. The reputation they've got in the industry is phenomenal. The standards are so high. I'm really looking at this one because, you know, just, again, reading the reviews, she was only built, was it last year?
Yeah.
Stunning ship.
I think there's a misconception sometimes. I think sometimes when you say Saga, but when you look at this ship, and especially from an insider in the industry point of view, I know what went into setting up this particular cruise line. They're not messing about.
No.
They've picked the best people in the business, and they've done it well.
Every stateroom has a balcony, minimum.
Do you know what I think sometimes? If you were going to go and set up a cruise line right now, I think a lot of people would go, oh, we need a gimmick. We need to do something. You know what the Saga have done? They've done it, and they've done it well.
They really have.
And I think that's the thing. Look at the just classic, elegant, modern. It's not too busy.
No.
It's not too flashy.
And it's not too formal.
I love it. Look at that diamond ring.
And this is why they are getting the most incredible feedback. And they're actually one of the top sellers whenever we feature them on the show. And tonight, the price for balcony and loads of extras that we talk about is incredible. Look at the dining experience there.
And also, you get
so tasteful.
Accompanying meals are house red, rosé, sparkling wines as well. The spa facilities are fantastic as well. All of the different ranges, the entertainment as well. And something that this particular cruise is doing towards the end of the cruise. I'll tell you about that a little bit later on. But if you like to celebrate history, and particularly the history of Dunkirk, I'll tell you about that later.
God. Do you know, just thinking, you know, I'm in my 50s now, I'm 51, and, you know, I don't consider myself old at all, but I do like to treat myself sometimes. Sometimes you want that luxury, you know, you want everything to be really, really nice. And what this incredible ship offers you, I think you'll agree, is simply breathtaking. Look at the awards that Saga winning, 23 awards now.
Yeah.
Wow. And she was only built last year. So, and it's a beautiful itinerary as well. So we are, of course, cruising on this one from Dover.
I was going to say we missed my favourite part, which is the chauffeur service.
We'll tell you
about. Should we do that now or do it like later?
No, we're saving that to the end. Go on.
Chauffeur service.
Yeah, stay tuned. We'll talk about
that. Anyway, so yeah, we're going out of Dover. So again, great if you don't want to fly, if you can't fly, then you're going to get literally picked up, taken down to Dover, a day at sea, and then into Stavanger. Now, Norway is stunning. Again, we've been talking about the fjords, but this is the original, well, breathtaking experience. Stavanger is known as the cradle of the Vikings, so there's plenty of history here. There's a lot of activities as well. If you want to be active, then you can go on some of the walk-in tours and go up to some of those photo opportunities. But a lot of the merchant houses along the wharf side there are just really vibrant. And also, Norwegian culture, they're so well educated.
They are.
It really embarrassed me when we used to go there. And they, you know, sometimes when you go on holiday and they have different nationalities on the menus. But it's one thing when they've got different menus, but the fact that the staff could speak to you in every single language. And when you saw the languages I was like, I don't even know what that flag is. There you go. But it's just absolutely brilliant. Anyway, then we're into Bergen. It's the second largest Norwegian city, and this is really home to one of Norway's greatest musical achievements, Edvard Grieg. No doubt you'll probably have a little bit of classical music on there. I expect they'll probably drop in the Peer Gynt suite, maybe the Opus 46, or maybe the 23. You're looking at me and going,
look at you, yeah.
Literally, if you heard those pieces of music, you'd be like, okay, yeah, I know what they are.
I'm just impressed you know the names, that's all.
I had to look them up to that. I knew the piece of music, but, you know,
Of course, yeah.
And see?
Oh, yeah.
You know all that. But you can go to the museum there, and that's actually Edvard Grieg's, the Trollhaugen Museum. Then we're off to Hardangerfjord. And the small, tiny port of Rosendal. Now, this is centrally situated in the actual fjord itself. You've just got high mountains and beautiful valleys. There is just literally nothing more to say about it. I mean, look at that. It's just spellbinding. You can see where Edvard Grieg got his sort of inspiration about trolls and sort of mystical, magical. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh. And then a couple of days at sea. I mean, you will love your days at sea as well. Imagine being on board this absolutely stunning ship.
And don't if you've never been to Norway before, everybody goes, oh, better be cold, better be cold. In the sunshine, it is beautiful. Yeah. You will need sunblock on.
Really
I'll tell you now.
But this is why Saga are so popular, and this is why this ship, you know, it sells very, very fast every time we feature, because you get free UK chauffeur service or port parking. Now, what a start to your cruise.
Yeah, and that chauffeur service in the UK, it's up to 75 miles each way. If it is further, then there is a supplement for that. But the fact of the matter is that you're going to get picked up from your home.
I mean, how wonderful.
And taken to Dover. It's brilliant. It's the fact that, again, it's adult only, the exclusivity, the fact that you've got all-inclusive as well.
So everything all-inclusive, that's your gratuities, Wi-Fi and speciality dining. Those restaurants are incredible. Every room is a balcony, so it's an all-balcony new ship exclusively for the over 50s. And obviously, if you like travel insurance, then Saga could get you a great, great price on that, I'm sure.
I've got one thing I just need to mention to the viewers. I forgot to say this when we were talking earlier on. But at the end of this sailing across the North Sea, the Spirit of Discovery is actually going to rendezvous with a flotilla. And this is to celebrate the 50 little ships, to celebrate the Dunkirk landings and all the ships sailing across there. So, you know, the fact of the matter, there's a little bit of history there, and you're going to be taking part. I know that if you're into maritime history, or if you're into history in general, that is a really nice thing. So just give us a call tonight and ask a little bit more details about that.
Yeah. But do give us a call, because, you know, you can imagine, you know, how busy we are. But, you know, I started the show saying I wanted to book 2 cruises. I already want to book 5. We've now got a 6th one, which is really good as well, because it's from P&O around the Canaries, and I love cruising on the Canaries, because whenever you want that, you know, pretty much guaranteed sunshine, you get it. And it's a 12-night cruise. But this gives you a little taster of the itinerary right now.
Yeah, and to be fair, you know, the ship's great, but the tours, the excursions. I used to actually, you can sign up as a crew member, you can escort a tour, and it's just brilliant. The fact that you're going to go out to Mount Teide and see that wonderful, almost lunar landscape. You could, if you're feeling really active and you want to go canyoning, then you can do. Last time I actually got that, I think it was up in Scotland. Lisbon as well, you can see Christ the Redeemer statue, which is just by the bridge. It looks like San Francisco, but it's actually the 25th of April bridge. Dolphin watching as well. It is a real experience when you get to see some creatures out at sea, and exploring some of the hidden streets and narrow alleyways, and just seeing some of the local produce. You want to smell that lemon zest, the bougainvillea. Just want to get me sunglasses out.
I just want to get away, don't you? So it's a nice, easy one, this. Out of Southampton.
Yeah, so, no flying, so...
Yeah, really easy. You've got a few days at sea, and the great thing about this cruise is, you know, every day should get warm, because we're making our way over to Madeira. And Madeira's climate is good all year round, isn't it? I always say it's like eternal spring. It's a beautiful place.
Beautiful island. Some fantastic things to see and do there. I mean, the little streets and some of the shops are great. Some of the things that I definitely do, go and see the flower market.
Yeah.
It's until you've actually seen it and smelt it. I can actually remember filming just a little piece there, and it was just intense. You know, like when you walk into a department store and you smell the perfume, but imagine that being actually real. Perfume of beautiful flowers.
And you saw a few moments ago things like the botanical gardens. They're absolutely
Don't forget the wicker basket run as well.
Which I've done now. That's toboggan.
You survived.
I survived. It was a lot of fun, actually. Really, you've got to do it. You're right.
Oh, dear.
I didn't let my mum do it last time I was there, though, because she's 79, bless her.
I love the fact that last time we actually asked for pictures to be sent in, that was one of the most popular pictures. Everybody was sending pictures in the toboggan.
I know. But it's something you should really do if you're there.
Definitely. Then we're off to La Palma, or Santa Cruz de La Palma, which is actually known as La Isla Bonita, which is just a beautiful green island. Again, Plaza de España is the old centre of the city where most of the activity is. You've got the volcanic beaches there as well. If you want to head a little bit further out, there's a volcanic crater, which is in the centre of the island, which gives that unique rich black sandy texture to the actual sand there. That's definitely worth going to see. Then we're off to Tenerife. We mentioned this in some of the tour excursions that are available. Go at Mantini. It's just there's some brilliant things to do here. You've got Loro Park, you've got Santa Cruz for shopping, you've got the Orotava Valley as well, you've got the Humboldt viewpoint, you've got the vineyards, banana plantations. Tenerife, I think you've got great memories of your family holidays, and certainly my in-laws, they actually lived out in Tenerife for many years.
And do you know, the more I've explored Tenerife, the more beautiful she gets, actually.
Yeah, one of the best tapas bars, just weird, but I remember that, not far from the port. It's down a hidden street that you'd never think that there's a tapas bar down there. The greatest tomato meatball tapas.
I love
brilliant.
tapas. And then where's that? Oh, it's Lanzarote next, isn't it?
Lanzarote, Montañas del Fuego. Go to the Mountains of Fire if you want to do something a little bit different. Again, the beaches are great. You've got Playa Grande and Porto del Carmen as well, which is the longest beach on the island. If you like something a little bit cultured, then you can go and see the Seas Manrique. Architecture as well as Los Llanos del Agua, which is a Manrique design masterpiece. It's actually this, like underground, here you go, there's the Agua Cave. It was actually a reservoir that was just full, and they excavated it out. There's a tiny little restaurant, only a few tables just at the end. Definitely a unique experience to go and have. Then you've got a day at sea, and then into Lisbon. Now, we touched on Lisbon earlier on with the 25th of April bridge, going on the tram rides. You've got to go and have chicken and chips and a lovely cheeky bottle of Mateus Rosé as well. Especially, it's really good shopping.
And the custard tarts.
Custard tarts as well. Some really good shopping in Lisbon as well. So, got some happy memories there. And then you've got 2 days at sea before you come back to Southampton and then head back home.
I mean, when you bear in mind you're away for 12 nights and you look at that price tonight, £859 per person. So I can honestly say I think it's one of the best shows over the last 12 years or so. And
I tell you, just a good point as well. On the cruises that we've done in tonight's show, that going out of Southampton, apart from the chauffeur service, but if you want to stay, and if you're coming, from a long way up north, if you're travelling down that day, give us a call. We've got some good deals with local hotels.
Yes, we have.
That you can stay overnight before you get on board. The fact that you've got the port parking, okay, fair enough, and coach transfers are included on this one. But just great deal.
So you choose on this one. I mean, that price is already incredible. But you also choose from free onboard spend, port parking, or UK coach transfers. No tipping required. I know some people worry about tipping. That is not required on all P&O cruises. And as Justin just mentioned, if Southampton isn't close to where you live, then book a night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester with Planet Cruise, and we can do that from only £95 per person, and that will include a hearty breakfast, parking and port transfers as well. Price-wise, we've got the lead date there, which is the 20th of April at $859, but we have got dates all the way through the year. They're May, June, July, August, September. You can book this cruise online as well, don't forget. So
that balcony price for April's good. Look at that.
That is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, see?
So remember, if you want to book this one online, all you do, we showed you earlier, is pop the ID number in, dead easy, and this one is 189055. So pop that in, and it takes you literally a couple of minutes. And you don't need to know your passport details tonight or anything like that, do you?
No, I know mine, but there you go.
Do you?
Yeah. Just in case, just want to jet off.
A good idea, actually. I think I should have. Anyway, what a show. I know we're going to be super busy. I can also say all the cruise companies tonight have put their best deals forward for tonight's show, so do not miss out. Because what happens is, when we are really busy, prices do go up. You know, when cabins start to sell out, prices start to rise. So get in there tonight. And I tell you what, how good are you going to feel knowing that you've booked your cruise right now for this year, or maybe even next year? So we started off with, of course, Cruise and Maritime. They gave us this incredible deal. It's in a flash sale, so it's reduced in price, and we're looking at a price of just £579. That's for the 11-night British Isles cruise from Tilbury, of course, and that works out under £53 per person per night. It was also our single special, so if you want to have a single viewers, then we've got a price there starting as little as £695, and it is an adult-only cruise as well.
Next, we had Carnival. We had Hannah from Carnival with a fantastic deal. Just £107 per person per night to fly out to the Caribbean. And that's 7 nights around the Caribbean, including a San Juan hotel stay as well. Return flights are from London, but please do give us a call, because if we can change that for a small supplement, then of course we will do.
And then we had Marella Cruises, and I'll say hello to Simon and Sylvia, who messaged me during the week. Simon and Sylvia, I know you love Marella Cruises.
And Doris as well. Don't forget
yeah,
Doris.
of course.
Can't forget Doris.
And Doris as well. This was our Marella celebration. It's the incredible 7-night, all-inclusive Adriatic affair from Dubrovnik there. £819. You can book that one online, don't forget. You've got tips included, it's all inclusive. The ID number there is 195105. You can book that online right now. Flights are based from Bristol, but we had all of those regional airports available, and they included things like Birmingham, Manchester, East Midlands, just to mention a few. But there's a huge range of regional flights available on that one from just £50 supplement onwards.
Then we had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go down to South America with Norwegian Cruise Line, and this is fantastic. You can go for your free at sea, which is just £199 per person, to add on 2 extra benefits, choosing from premium beverage packages, specialty dining, Wi-Fi, or excursion credit as well. Itineraries differ slightly on that one, but just a great itinerary.
Yeah, amazing, actually. Then we had the very impressive Saga Ocean Cruises Spirit of Discovery. I mean, this one is so special, I think you'd agree. Free UK chauffeur service or port parking. It's all inclusive, gratuities, Wi-Fi, specialty dining. It's an all-balcony, brand new ship exclusively for the over 50s. And of course, you can add on Saga's optional travel insurance. Just give us a call. That one was really good.
We didn't get a chance as well to go through the whole Dunkirk celebration as well. No. So please do give us a call if you're interested. At the end of this cruise, they're going to be in a small flotilla, so give us a call. The final cruise, that was P&O on Ventura, and that was over to the Canaries. That is just fantastic, the fact that you get to choose from free onboard spend, port parking, or UK coach transfers.
I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. I thought that was an amazing lineup. I really did. Now remember, you can give us a call 0808 2502 662, but many of the cruises mentioned you can book online, so please do that tonight as well, because I know we're going to be super busy.
Or just give us a call as well, because there's plenty of deals on offer.
Justin, are you with me next week?
Yes.
Oh, great. I will see you next week. I look forward to it. And we will make sure that we see you next Tuesday. Put it in the diary right now, 8 o'clock, with, of course, Planet Cruise.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications, and if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content like this, click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.